Okay, good evening, everybody. So, before I start my talk, I would like to do a short meditation to calm down everybody. And so, please find a very comfortable position and keep your back straight as much as you can. Gently close your eyes. Take few deep, long breaths and relax your whole body from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. Observe all of the different parts of your body individually and see if they are relaxed, free of tension or strain. Anywhere you find tension or strain, concentrate your mind on that area and allow it to release and relax. Experienced relaxation and peace. Feel harmony with your body. Feel close to yourself. Now send your loving thoughts towards yourself, thinking, I am well, I am happy, I am peaceful. I am well, I am happy, I am peaceful. Understand the meaning of each word clearly and deeply, then repeat it to yourself. Having loving motivation towards yourself, now slowly turn your attention to your breath. Every breath you take in, you take out, is taken mindfully. Focus on your natural, ordinary breaths. If you are distracted by a thought or a feeling or a sensation, bring your attention back to the breath. Now observe your mind, observe your body. Your body is relaxed, your mind is calm, tranquil and peaceful. Make a strong determination to practice meditation every day, regularly, with diligence and patience. Understand how important this meditation practice. Keep yourself well, happy, peaceful and balanced. May peace be with you. May you be well. May you be happy. May you be peaceful. Thank you very much. Please open your eyes. Okay, so happy to see you all this evening. So last 5 months, I was traveling non-stop, country to country, different communities. I met different ethnic groups. I met families, and I had the opportunity to meet different people. So when I talk to those people, when I meet them, they shared their stories with me. I had a common experience with everybody. Everybody has some kind of problems. Some kind of problems. Somebody came to me and asked, Bhante, I think you have full-time job. I asked, what is that? Listening to people. So usually most of people who come to me, I cannot say most of people, but almost. And so they have some difficulties and issues. Very rarely people come to me and say, I'm so happy today. And very few people come, I'm doing great today, I'm wonderful. Most of people have some kind of difficulties and problem, physical or mental. So what can I see? Whole world is on fire. Everybody is burning. Everybody is sad. Everybody is mad. So when I talk to those people, some people come and talk to me, then they say, I have this problem. I have that problem. I have problem with my mother. I have problem with my family. I have some issues with my husband. I have issues with my girlfriend. So then some people come say, I don't have any problem, but my family has problems. I don't have any problem, but my husband is the problem. My wife is the problem. And so, but I can see everybody has the same problem. Anyway, everybody is suffering. Everybody is in pain. Everybody having difficulties and challenges in their lives. Sometimes it is really sad to see, because I always believing life is very short. We don't know how long we are going to live our life. We don't know what will happen tomorrow. So I think that is the beauty of this life, because it is short. Then we have to hurry up and do something wonderful to ourselves and others. But this short period of time, this impermanent life, people having lots of pain, difficulties and challenges, they don't have time to enjoy it. When I talk to those people, they said, I feel hurt. I feel sad. My family is in trouble. I have this issue. I have that issue. So everything coming from I. Everything coming from that I, that's the root. So in a small scale, some families has problems. Some people have problems. Some villages, they have some problems. Then those problems, spreading out, then the countries, they have problems. Now whole world is in trouble and problems. Now when I go, in Sri Lanka, we had almost 30 years civil war. How many people killed and died because of the civil war? Think about other countries. They go and dominating countries, conquer the countries. Sometimes we go here from United States and put the bombs. We get, we want to have, the more, the control. And so now think about whole world is in challenges and difficulties and sad. So when I look at those problems, always I can see those problems happening inside somebody's mind. My mind. Maybe your mind. Now think about the problem happen like World War II. It's happened Hitler's mind. Then whole world participated. Because whatever happened in his mind, he gave it to other people. So that means who has the power? You have the power. But you have to understand what is this you, myself, or I. So today I am going to talk about ego. It is a big word. So when we talk about ego, maybe you are thinking about Sigmund Freud. What he was talking about, ego, superego, and the id, those kind of things. I'm not here to talk about that. I have so much respect for him. I learn about his thoughts and ideas about that. I'm not going to talk about that. So tonight I'm going to talk about how we have to eliminate ego with our own experience, own observation, practicing mindfulness. So I am going to tell you so many stories. So why I see those stories? Because of my own experience, because of my ego. Now people say, I, my, and mine. 3 words. I, my, and mine. One of my friends said to me, Bhante, those I, my, and mine, those are syndromes. I, my, mine syndrome. That's what he said. I love it. We all have, it doesn't matter, we have those syndrome. As a Buddhist monk, I have that syndrome. Other Buddhist monks maybe have those syndromes. All human beings, they have those syndromes. That's why we are sad. That's why we get upset. That's why we get angry. That's why we are hating each other, because we have those syndromes. So, I want to ask you a question. What is I? So how you are going to define I? So question, what is I? We say, I am so and so, right? So that is I. So if somebody asks you, what is I? How you are going to explain that I yourself? Yeah, me. Yeah. Who is me? So I'm searching that myself. So you can say my name. So then what? Then you can say where I live, where you dress, your hairstyle. I'm a monk. That's how we explain I, right? So then I ask people, is that I, the way you dress? No, my body is I, then somebody said. If your body is I, let's do this. Take all body parts out. Now your head is in a side, your legs are in another pile, your both hands is another pile. You have different piles now. Then I'm pointing your head, I'm asking, this head is I? Do you say yes? Your head is I, your hands are I? Then you say, no, that's not I, that's a head. Then it has a different name. So after we put all pieces together, we make this form. Then we give a name to this form. That form we call I. Now think about how we are creating this problem in our life. Now before I come here, I didn't have a seat here. I didn't have a seat, right? Before I come here, I didn't have any intention. After I come here, now I have a seat here. I have a chair. Now I call this is my chair. This is my chair. Next hour, this is mine. If the Ben tried to come and sit here, I said, Ben, no. That is my chair. You cannot sit there. So this is mine. Now you can see I become my and mine. So, according to the Buddhist teaching, there is no such thing called I. There is no such thing called I. Buddha said, it is false belief. Believing something not exist. That is the Buddhist explanation. I means false belief, believing something not exist. There is no such thing, but we use it. In this world, there are two different truths. There are two different truths. One is conventional truth. Other one is ultimate truth. What is conventional truth? Now right after come here, I call, this is my chair. For my convenience, I have to say it. But in reality, there is no my chair here. But as a convenience, next hour, this is my place. Now you are sitting there, you can say, this is my chair. This is the place I am sitting. Why you make it yourself into that? For your convenience. Now we have same color, same kind of robes for the monks at the temple. Sometimes we wash them together. Then sometimes we forget, then other monk taking, because my robe is a little smaller, and so other monks taking my robe. Then I said, no, that's mine. For why I say that? For my convenience. I want to identify my robe, it is my size. But we have to use those words, I, my, and mine for our convenience. That is the only purpose. Then what is the ultimate truth? Understanding there is no such thing called I, my, or mine. That is the ultimate truth. This makes sense? So now we can use my house, my car, my body, my family. For convenience, you can say it. But in reality, there is no such thing. If you can understanding there is no such thing, then you are really enjoying your life with your family members, with your co-workers, in the society. Why? We want to find peace. Now we think about when you put really strong idea to that concept we call I, my, and mine, then we become greedy, so much attachment, then we are fighting. Then it's a quarrel and fighting wars and go bigger scale. So it's very interesting. One day, long time ago, I think Ben remember, I had the old car. So I'm driving back and forth different places, and sometime middle of my driving is breakdown, stop. Then I had to call people and asking some help. One day Temple said, Bhante, you cannot do this anymore. You have to have a new car because you are always driving. So it's a winter here in Illinois. I said, sure. Then one of the temple members took me to the Toyota dealership. Okay, Bhante, let's go. Then he said, okay, look around and pick a car. Okay, so then I looked around. I don't know anything about the cars because I became a monk age 11. I didn't train to fix the cars or anything. And so then I said, I don't know anything about the cars, but I love colors. So then I said, temple is Blue Lotus. I will pick blue car. So still I have my blue car. You can see if you go outside. So now I said, okay, I like this car. So then I did the driving, the test drive. After test drive, we were there like almost 2 hours. You know that, right? And papers, signing and signing and signing. Finally, whoever did the paperwork, he came to me and congratulations. Now you have a brand new car. He handed over the keys. In that moment, my mind felt inside my mind, this is my car. Right? This is my car. Now I have a car, my car. So now I'm driving many years here in this country. I didn't have any idea about it. Now right after I get that car, I felt this is my car. Then the member, the temple member said, okay, Bhante, you can go home. Now I'm driving. Now I'm extra mindful because it's a brand new, my car. If somebody hit it, I get mad. I have to protect my car. Now I went home. Then all other young monks, we have, the few monks at the temple, and they came out. They are so excited. Oh my God, you have a brand new car. They open the doors and try to, check everything. I said, be careful. This is my car. Now I stop outside. That night I cannot sleep. Why I am so worrying? My brand new car is outside. Somebody will take it. Now think about how we are creating our own stories and own problems and suffering. That night I couldn't sleep. Now I'm sitting and thinking, what's the problem with me? The last few weeks I didn't have any problem. I slept really peacefully and happily. Now I'm having like a cancer in my head. I'm really unhappy. I'm worrying about something. Then good thing about meditation practice, I experience where is the problem. Whatever I put my name is to that, the car is become mine. Because I know there are so many cars around the temple. I don't worry about anything, any other cars, but only problem I have my car. Why? Because my name is there in that car. That's why I'm worrying, because right after I put myself into that, there's a problem. Then I realize, then I totally fine. So after I realize, still I love my car. Still I clean my car. Still I can take care of my car. Still I can oil change. I can do everything. But something going wrong, still I'm fine. I love my car, I take care of it, I respect to it, but is something going wrong, still I'm fine. Why? We all understand nature of life, nature of everything, what is everything is change. Then I was thinking, how many thousand times I was driving back and forth next to that Toyota dealership. I saw hundreds of cars at Toyota dealership. I didn't have any feeling about any cars. How interesting. Now right out, I have one, all the problems. Now you can see how we are creating those problems, because right after we put that conventional experience into that, then we are creating difficulty and challenge because we make the ownership. And once I remember, after temple meditation, one lady came to me and almost mad, crying. I asked, why? Bhante, I'm so mad today. I said, what's going on? After meditation, you are mad? Then she said, yes. I asked, what is the problem? Because I came a little late. Last 3-5 years, I was sitting front row, left side of you, third cushion. Today I came a little late, somebody is sitting there. Because that's my cushion. Now think about people come to meditation. So that's my cushion. So why that person sitting, she knows that's my cushion. I'm sitting there last 3-4 years. Then I asked my friend, who assigned you that cushion for you? Then she said, nobody. I did myself. That's what she said, I did myself. That is my cushion. I said, okay, that's the problem you have now. Let's do this. Now so on, after this, you cannot sit on that cushion anymore. Then she said, I don't like it. I need my cushion. Otherwise, I cannot meditate. I said, no, I'm the boss here. And so I said, you cannot sit. Then she said, okay, I understand. I try. Now, she's sitting different places. I can see. I'm kind of watching and observing what she's doing. Once in a while, she come early. Then go back to her own cushion, because we have that habitual actions. We are comfortable with that, all the habits sometimes, right? Even they are annoying. Then she was sitting there. Some people come a little late for the event or something. Then I said, excuse me, my friend, could you please stand up and offer you a cushion? She hates it. I did few times. Now she and myself, we know exactly what is happening, right? But she having a really difficult time. Then one day, we start to talk again. Then she said, Bhante, thank you so much. However, you gave me the lesson. Because I feel I'm attached to my cushion. I attach to my cushion. I call cushion addicts. Now it's a new addicts in this country, and cushion addicts. So people who meditate every day, they addict to their cushion. Real meditation begins right after you get out and walk away from your cushion. If you are addicted to your cushion, then there's another problem. So now you can see, right after you get used to something every day called mine, my cushion, and some people get, the fighting, my monk. I have that big issue now in the sometimes. Bhante Sujatha is my monk. So if I go with somebody else, that person doesn't like it. You don't come to me anymore. You don't talk to me anymore, because they have ownership. You are my monk. We are the first group who came to the temple, and so you are ours. I am not belong to anybody. Even I am not belong to my mother anymore. She understands that very well. But I feel I am a universal. So now think about how we are creating problems. Right after you put your ownership into whatever person or things, we are creating problem. So I want to explain to you a few more experience I had when I was a young monk. My first leaving from Sri Lanka to Australia, I was 21. As a young monk, right after my full ordination, I left the country. So I am in Australia, the city called the Brisbane, and middle of the farmland, just by myself. Weekends people are coming. I felt so bored, because I'm so used to live with people every day, and I'm by myself. There is food and things, and I'm comfortable, but I felt bored. I'm 21. Then I was thinking, I cannot live like this. I had to find my life here. Then I saw there's a white bus going by the temple. Then I was thinking I can read the board, and so it says sign Brisbane City. I thought I'm going to have a bus ride. So what I did, I stopped the bus one day, get into the bus. This is the thing. In Sri Lanka is a Buddhist country. They have so much respect for monks. Like monks are on pedestal all the time. Sometimes, being in America, now I'm used to this culture. When I go there, it's so difficult for me, because I'm conditioned to here now more than 20 years. So then, in Sri Lanka, it is legally, it is legal when Buddhist monks get into a bus, the front seat assigned for Buddhist monks. And the pregnant women, there's another seat, and so like a handicapped people like that. So, the first seat is for the Buddhist monk. It says just for clergies. That's what it says. Even there's 100 people in the bus. When I get into the bus, people get up. I know I get the seat. My mind is so conditioned to that. So I was getting to the bus in Australia. I was thinking, somebody give me a seat, because I never had the bus ride before in Australia. So everybody looking at me like a weird person, because I was wearing my robes, and they didn't give me a seat. You understand, right? But I'm inexperienced in another country, because my mind is conditioned to that. Then I felt so sad. I felt mad, I felt upset and angry. I didn't enjoy the bus ride at all. Why? My mind is keep telling me, these people are crazy, they don't know how to respect a Buddhist monk. And so something going in my mind, my head. So anyway, I returned home, I called my teacher, and he's coming to US soon. And so I said, I don't like Australia, these people are not nice, I didn't get a bus seat. And to said, I want to come back to Sri Lanka, please send me a ticket. Then he said, okay, calm down, I will send you a ticket. He never sent me a ticket anyway. So then I was there 5 years. No tickets, right? So, but the good thing about my practice, I have Dhamma experience, teaching of the Buddha. I learn like academic level, I learned the Dhamma, but not into that much practice my young age. But I have good intention in my head, but I have all the facts and information. So one day I was thinking, why I am so worrying here in this country? Why I am so sad? Why I am so mad? Something wrong with me. So then I figure out I am believing something in me. People have to respect to me. People have to bow to me. People have to treat me in the different ways. What is that? So if somebody treat me, respect me, that's your practice, right? So if I have expectation to have it, there's something wrong with me. Then I realize I am believing something inside me. So I have to treat well. People have to respect me. Then I realize the problem is my ego. I am believing myself. It's a false belief. But even I understand it, I don't want to accept that. You know what I mean? I don't want to accept that. It is so scary. It's so painful to accept that. I know this is the reality, but I don't want to accept it. But I can see little light in me, little light. I'm enjoying it, like 2 minutes, then I forget. Then, however, I, spent 5 years in Australia. Then I came to United States. That's another story, right? I came to United States. Then I was in Detroit, near, the Detroit actually, 5 years. So it is so interesting. First, I came to Atlanta. I was flying Delta. I came to Atlanta. I landed, and then came out from the airplane. There was a tall African-American man came towards me. Hey man, what's up? I never heard that kind of, the things, because the way I hear things, way I understand things, being a Buddhist monk all my life is very different, right? Then I felt a little weird. Now I totally get it. I love it. I'm telling people, hey, what's up? I say to people now, right? And so then I felt something disrespectful or something. That's conditioned mind. So anyway, I lived 5 years in Michigan. So one day, this is very interesting thing happened to me. This is the most powerful thing. So I'm telling you, I realize when we have this I, my, and mine, only benefit we have for our convenience. That's the only benefit we have. There is no any benefit out of that. If you have that ego in your head, you are losing yourself, your happiness, your own contentment, and you are hurting to the world when you have that. It's a zero benefit. Zero benefit. So now I'm getting better with my own ego, little bit, not much. Again, I was having a bus ride, Greyhound bus, from Detroit to New York City, almost 15 hours. I'm getting to the bus. Everybody get into the bus and sit down, Then the last minute, there was a young man. He's like 19, 18, maybe that age. Get into the bus, look around. Only seat was next to me. I'm sitting, and there's a seat next to me. He's looking around. There's no other seats. I think that's his seat. He felt so uncomfortable to sit next to me. He doesn't have many options. What he did, he just sat. Now I can feel little tension. He's not happy sit next to me. I can see I'm different. So then I was sitting there. I feel he sit like a Buddha statue, like very straight and not moving at all. Then I was thinking, how I'm going to sit like this 14, 15 hours? I have to get up. And then I was thinking, I want to say hi to him. I said, hi, my name, I introduced. He said, hi. Very disrespectful. So then I felt a little hurt. I was so nice to this person, but he's not. Why? I'm so used to my life. People always nice to me. That's what I'm so used to, right? Now he's not nice. Then anyway, my nature, I never usually give up. I find a way, right? Then I said, how are you doing today? Then he said, fine. Kids, right? How they talk, fine. They are not looking at, each other. Then right away he asked me, who are you? I said, I'm a Buddhist monk. I was so proud to say it, I'm a Buddhist monk. Then first question he asked, are you married? I said, no, Buddhist monks cannot marry, so our life is different. Then he said, you are crazy. That's what he said, right? So then again I felt hurt. Now again I felt hurt. I'm not crazy. Now think about somebody telling me I'm crazy. Then I felt, no, I'm not crazy. Why, I felt, why you are telling me crazy? I'm not crazy, I'm a Buddhist monk. How Buddhist monk be crazy? I know there's so many crazy Buddhist monks anyway. And so that moment I felt, and so I'm not crazy. So anyway, I was thinking, okay, I'm a Buddhist monk. Breathe in, breathe out. I will be fine. Focus, meditate, practice loving kindness. He doesn't know. Then I realized, if he knows better, he never do this. He doesn't know. Then I felt so good, very challenging, very difficult, 14 hours. I managed myself with loving kindness practice. I did it. So once in a while we start to talk, and he said, you don't have any clothes? I said, I have, my robe. Then he said, why are you wearing a tablecloth? So he was thinking I'm wearing a tablecloth, right? So in our countries, we have so much respect for this robe, right? So much respect for this robe. People carry it on the head. That's how they offer the robe. Because robes symbolize whole peace, happiness, contentment, all the teaching of the Buddha. And because of that, people have so much respect. That's how I'm believing. So now he's really disrespecting to my robe. My robe. This is my robe. He thinks it is tablecloths. So I totally get it now when I'm looking at it almost. It is, it's not offending to me anymore. I understand. He doesn't know. So anyway, we had these little dramas, but I was a monk, I was a little kind, I was accepting, I was mindful, trying. Not perfect, okay? So anyway, end of the bus ride, what I did, I just gave him my card. I don't know why I did that. I did it. He's really hurry getting out from the bus. He just took it. He didn't say even thank you. He just walked away. Then I said, okay, whatever, that's fine. So I did my job. So I totally forget about him, my life. I don't know where he is now. I don't have any idea. Then I came to Chicago, now here in Illinois. 5 years later, I got an email. And so I was reading, who is this email? I can see this name. His name is Mark. I was reading, he said, hey, I hope you remember me. I don't know you are alive or not. But anyway, I tried to contact you. So I hope you remember me. Many years ago, I met you at the Greyhound bus. I am very sorry I am rude to you. Because my country, the way I train, my country, I totally understand. My parents said, don't talk to strangers. Of course, I'm a stranger. And also wearing dress funny. Right? I'm a stranger. My parents said, don't talk to the stranger. That's why I didn't talk to you. I don't know who are you. And so then, so I was so into myself, I'm scared, but I felt I was disrespect to you. But now I'm living in the New York City. I was, that day I go into my college. So I did my degree, 4 years, and now I'm working here in New York City. But I have a problem. The problem is I'm a drug addict. So my parents are not supporting to me anymore. I feel helpless, I feel mad, I feel angry. I don't know what to do for my life. One day I returned from work, I was thinking, this is it, I'm done. I cannot carry this pain anymore. I am going to take my life. I am going to kill myself. That's what he was thinking. Then he was laying on his bed, start to think how I am going to kill myself. In that moment, like a dream came to his mind. Oh my God, I met a Buddhist monk at the Greyhound bus. How about contacting him? Then he jumped out from the bed, looked for my card. Good thing about American people, I love you all, is somebody give you something, you put the date and keep it in the safer place. Not me. That's not me, I'm not used to that, right? So he found my card. He sent me a message, email. Please help me, there's a phone number. I call him. I asked, I'm so happy. Then he was telling me right away, I was thinking you are dead. I said, after 5 years? I'm not, I'm living, I said I'm living in Illinois near Chicago. So then he explained to me, this is the problem. Can you help me, please? I need some guidance. I said, how I'm going to help you on the distance for this situation? So how about you come to Chicago? I don't know why I asked him to come to Chicago. Then he did. He said, sure. Then right away he asked, where I'm going to stay? I said, at my house. Then he cannot believe it. Do you invite strange people to your house? No, right? So think about my life. That's me. That's myself. Then that night I talked to my brother monk. You know what? There is the man coming tomorrow, going to stay with us for a while. Then he asked me, who is that? I said, I don't know. I met him the Greyhound bus. Then he asked me what he's doing. I said, he's a student, he's a drug addict. Then he said, are you crazy? You are going to bring a drug addict to this house? You are going to use drugs with him? Now he's so mad with me. I said, no, we have to help him. That is our practice. That's our kindness and compassion. We have to support him. He's a young man. He said, I don't like it. I said, doesn't matter. I already made the plan and he's coming tomorrow. I had to pick him up. So I picked him up from the airport. Right after he came to my house, I said, this is the plan. Now you are living under my roof. My roof, right? My roof. So you have some guidelines. So you have to wake up certain time in the morning. You have to meditate with us. You have to travel with me different places to meditate. And you have to follow exactly like a monk. You cannot go anywhere without me. He said, sure. Now he's doing good. I'm watching. He's really doing well. Then he used to live almost 3-4 months with me. Then he's doing very well. Even he didn't even one mistake. Then I felt, now I had to ask him to leave. He's doing well. So I said, my friend, you have to leave now. No, Bhante, I don't want to leave. Did I do something wrong? I said, no, if you did something wrong, I never let you to go. So you did very well, you have to leave. Then he was so emotional and crying, I cannot leave. How am I going to leave you? You are the only one I have in my life. I said, I feel that. I felt emotionally I am connected to him too, because he's like my child now. So I said, it doesn't matter, you have to go. Then he asked me, where I have to go? I said, where you were. Go to New York. So then it was so difficult for him, finally he did. He left. Every day we calling, checking each other, he's doing good. Then he did his master's. Then he did his PhD. He found a really good job. And one day he called me, Bhante, there's a good news. I asked, what is that? I have a girlfriend. I really like her. I'm going to marry her. Please come to New York and do our wedding. I did the wedding, and now they have 2 children, doing wonderful, the wonderful family doing together. So that's the story. So anyway, what is the message? The day I met him at the Greyhound bus, because of my difficulty and my challenges and my ego, if I ignore that person, he never get the chance. That's what I want to tell you. He never get that chance to be a better person. Maybe he lose his life. Now think about it. Even somebody hurt you emotionally, as a mindfulness practitioner, as a loving kindness practitioner, look at your problem. If it is a life-threatening, you have to address it in different ways. But if it's not, as a practitioner, you have to see, where is my problem? If you solve your own problem, that means you are helping yourself, you are helping other people. I had lots of ego issues. I had. Now I realize I feel easy in my life, and some people respect me. I'm very happy with that. Some people disrespect me. Still I'm happy, because that disrespect is not my problem. And so why I say that, long time ago, I was driving towards Chicago. One of my other students who practice come to the temple. He called me from Wisconsin. Then he said, Bhante, I'm in really trouble. I asked, what is the problem? Not the big trouble. I am emotionally, I feel drained. I need noble friendship right now. So I don't have a car. Please come to my house and sit with me for a while. Meditate with me. Now think about, I'm almost in Chicago. He is another few hours from me in Wisconsin. Because think about, I'm coming here. Somebody asked me to come back to my house. Do you think I have to go tonight? No, I have another engagement here. I have to come here and do my job. And so I said, my friend, I cannot come. If it is not life-threatening, it is not dangerous, you emotion, then I explained everything. He said, no, I want to see you. I want to sit with you. I said, I cannot come. Today I cannot come, maybe tomorrow. No, I want you today. He doesn't listen to me. I said, I cannot come. Then right away, he said, you are the most unkind monk I ever met. He hung up the phone. Now think about that statement. Then I don't have any time to say anything because he hung up the phone. He doesn't like me. Then he said, I'm the most unkind person. That moment, I start to laugh. It doesn't hurt me anymore. It doesn't. Because he said, I'm unkind. That's not true. And then, after a few days later, he called me and he said, I'm coming to the temple to see you. I'm very sorry. I want to apologize. Then he came and said, Bhante, I want to apologize. You are the great monk. I said, thank you. Then he said, please forgive me. I said, nothing to forgive. You didn't do anything wrong to me. 2 days ago you called me and you said, you are the unkind monk. What did I say? Nothing, right? So you did it to yourself. Today you are telling, please forgive me, you are the most kind person. You did it to yourself, not for me. So that's your problem. Nothing to do with me. So then I explained it doesn't hurt me anymore. Because my life is not depend on what you praise me, I'm happy. If you insult me, I'm unhappy. I cannot do anything anymore. I remember, because I'm so adapting to American culture, because I'm coming from very strong Theravada Buddhist background. But the now way I'm living my life, whatever things I did in Sri Lanka, I cannot do. Because it's a weather-wise and so many different lifestyle here. So I'm adapting, without changing the teaching, but I adapting to this culture. That's how I'm going to live here in this country. Some people, traditional people, don't like the way I live my life. So they don't like it, right? So everything's okay? Okay. So, so what, some people did, they opened a Facebook page. That Facebook page put my picture into the page. It says, anti-Buddhist monk. 8 months, more than 2,000 people came to that page to insult me. And so now think about somebody come and take a picture, sit next to me, especially a woman. They got those pictures from the different sites, different Facebook pages, and however this person really closely put his or her CCTV camera and check everything and put into that page. I'm sit very close to a woman. I'm holding somebody's hand. So put all those pictures and make a big issue. More than 2,500 people came to that page. Whatever pictures they are putting one by one weekly, and they are discussing about it. Look at this monk. He is not a real monk. I think he's an actor. We all are actors in somehow, right? Anyway, but first night I couldn't sleep because I was believing my name. Whole my life, 11 to now, I build my name. I don't want to lose that. So first night, it was so challenging. Now people who get into those Facebook page, people who know me closely, they keep calling me. That's really annoying. Now I have to say to everybody what is going on. That's the most difficult. Finally, I didn't answer the phone, and other monks answered the phone. I said, I don't answer the phone. I am tired to say this thing. 1-2 days, it was really challenging for me. One night, I was meditating. I realized, so this is a great practice for me. There is no such thing called my name, my life. So I have to surrender. So right after I surrender, I felt so good. So many people said so many mean things. Even cannot even believe how people say it. So I didn't even write a one word as a comment. I didn't. I totally keep myself away. What I did, I practice loving kindness every day. People who ever do that without hurting to myself. After 8 months later, I think so many people reported, and they took everything down. Now think about those kind of situations, how you feel about what we are believing about ourselves. So that ego comes in and hurting whatever I am believing about myself. Now I am thinking always, I believe myself, I call myself for convenience. But once in a while I can see sneak in this ego into our minds. It's very dangerous. What I am suggesting you today, if you really want to be a happiest person in the world, what you have to do? You have to try, work so hard to eliminate this ego, little by little. So when you eliminate this ego, what will replace? Kindness, compassion, loving kindness, acceptance, mindfulness. Now, because of this ego, there is no opportunity for us to develop and bring those qualities into our life, because it is very thick layer around us, this thing called the ego. So this is the other areas I want to focus. One thing, last thing. I was traveling, as I said, 5 months. I met a popular meditation teacher, very popular. I don't want to say even the name. If I say the name, everybody knows him. So he translated so many Pali canon to English. So I had the opportunity to talk. When I experienced that, when I talked to that person, I didn't see his kindness, his compassion, his practice at all. Then I was thinking to myself where I'm at, how I am doing myself now. I am concerned about myself because well-known meditation teacher, very famous. Then he made the statement in front of everybody. He said, everybody is wrong. All are wrong except me. I'm the right one. Anybody wants to learn the Dhamma? Anybody wants to learn how to practice meditation? Everybody has to come to me. All others are wrong except me. So do you want to meditate that person? I'm not. I was so quiet. When I hear that, what I was doing, I was observing myself. He thinks he's right, others are wrong. What is that? That's another ego. Sometimes people underestimate. What is that? That's the ego too. Sometimes people overestimate. Then what is that? That's the ego too. Sometimes people think we all are same. Are we? We all are same? No. That's another problem. That's another ego. We are not same. We are different. But we are respecting to each other. So, then there is a teaching of the Buddha. I don't know how many people experience that. Sometimes we are practicing. We are practicing meditation, we are practicing Dhamma, we are learning. Then you become very good with those information, and as a Buddhist scholar, you become very good Buddhist. You call, I'm a good Buddhist, I know the Dhamma. I know all the Pali, I know all the teaching. I'm the virtuous one. I'm a perfect one. I'm a kind one. Which is good. If you can see yourself like that, you can appreciate yourself. The dangerous part of that, if you really feel, I am the virtuous one, I am the good one, slowly something sneaking into your mind. What is that? Others are not. Others are not. I can see that is the damage to happening so many spiritual people. It is a common damage most of the spiritual people making themselves, because I am better. Good. You can see yourself doing good. Then something I call the sneaking in, very subtle way, very subtle. But I am better than other people. So you have to watch yourself. I am sitting right. The way I sit, the meditation position, I am the right way I am sitting. Others are wrong. I see that. I see that problem. One man said, he is cooking in a meditation center. He said, all the spiritual teachers who come here to this center, they are crazy. I asked, why? Then he said, lots of problems. They have lots of problems. What I am suggesting, you can be a spiritual person. I can be, this talk, I am not just giving it to you. I am talking to myself also. I don't want to lose myself. If I lose myself, my practice, that's the day I'm leaving. I don't want to stay in front of people without my practice. So usually when I have my own problems, I think quietly and fix them and thinking, practicing mindfulness. Today, I talk to you, my problem loudly. So you listen to my problems. You listen to my own problems. So then there's something you can see listening to my problems. If you can see something beautiful to get into your life, please use it. I am telling you, I am not perfect person. So beautiful thing about I realize in my life, practicing this, observing this difficulty and this challenge ego in my life, only thing I realize, I become so much into loving kindness practice. My heart become genuine, and also I felt I want to help other people. I felt so compassionate for other people. I can accepting all those beautiful things happen. That's what happened in my life. So again, I want to summarize. There is no such thing called the ego, I or mine. It is, according to the Buddha's wisdom, it is a false belief, in something not exist. We use I, my, and mine for our convenience. Other than that, there is no any benefit. So if you see yourself, you have that ego, hurt, and all those things, watch mindfully, closely, observe yourself, and eliminate it. Now you are so conditioned to that. It takes little time. Don't be in such a hurry to get better. No. Slowly is holy. right? Slowly, slowly, you are so into, get into the peace very soon, very quick. That's the American nature. Right away, peace, 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 peace coming to me. So peace doesn't come like that. It takes time. Every day, practice meditation 2 minutes. Can you do that? 2 minutes meditation every day. And other meditation, I use red light meditation. Every red light, looking at the red light, watch. Right? You can watch your breath. Maybe breathe in and breathe out few times. Keep watching. Don't close your eyes. Right? Red light. And think about your life. Think about you are passing 10 red light. How many breaths you can focus on? So I'm always asking people, do the red light meditation. Otherwise, you never find this time. And practice 2 minutes meditation every day to make your life happy. So thank you so much.
Hi, thank you for talking to us this evening. So I think I understand to start to let go of our ego, we have to sit in meditation and observe our ego. How else do we let go of our ego?
So only way to do that, practicing mindfulness and watching your mind. That's the only way. I can make another whole talk about it, and so about practicing mindfulness. So get into more mindfulness practice. That means you can see, for especially when that thought, ego kick into your mind, if you are really good practicing meditation, you identify it quickly. If you see it, if you identified it, then right away it's walk away. So then replace loving kindness. That's what happened. But it needs a little bit practice, little bit observation. I call mindfulness, the mindful observation. So we have to practice a little bit more. It's take a little bit time. That's why I said don't be hurry about it. It's a big problem we all human beings have, this ego issue. So slowly and mindfully we have to work on it. But I am guarantee it will work. Otherwise I never talk about this. It will work. It worked for me. I had the big head actually. Now I have, still I do, right? But my mind is good now. My mind is good. And one more thing I want to, so every time when somebody appreciate me, the bigger ways, oh, Bhante, you did the great job, I always say, thank you, no ego. I say it loud because I want to remind myself. Because appreciation is up to you, but be mindful about myself, that's my job. I say, thank you so much, no ego. Even I appreciate somebody, I know him now many years. If I appreciate him, I say something good about him. Then last thing, I say, no ego. I remind it, even as a joke, right? It's good.
You mentioned some examples of too much ego. Do you have any examples of too little ego?
Yeah, sometimes, that's why, sometimes, we are underestimating. And, we cannot live, without ego, right? We have too much ego. Less ego is better always. Less ego is less problem. I don't think, the less ego is a big problem. Right? More ego is the problem always creating. So ego getting less and less and less and less, that means less problems. So now I feel myself, my own practice, I have less ego. Still I have ego, right? Don't believe I am perfect. I'm not, because being in imperfect world, and so I'm not perfect. I can see my ego is still there, but I see it right away. That's a good thing about practice. I catch it up right away, quickly. Maybe like 5 years ago, I start to think about my ego, if sneak into my mind, maybe 5 hours later. Now I get it quickly. Oh, he's sneaking in, watch out. And like that, I can see it is come. So then I tell even other people, I feel a little ego in me. So that means I'm solving my problem, right? So that is mindfulness. You recognize it quickly. Less ego is better.
The thing you brought up about this social network, you might have come across about thousands of people who have a good positive experience, and one person even fabricated, putting on a social media, distort the whole reality from total this side to that side. This is really a concern for a lot of people. I mean, is there any solution to that? Thank you.
So what we can do, there is no control over that. So we cannot do anything because I was thinking I cannot control it. Let it be who I am to control. So that's this modern world where we live now. So only thing, I always thinking, if I see my garbage can is filling, I take the garbage out. Right? After if I see garbage outside, I don't want to bring them inside. So I'm always thinking, why I'm attaching to garbage? Garbage has to be outside. So I'm traveling a lot. Every time when I'm traveling, I take the garbage out. So my nature, I think that's my sickness. Then I take the garbage bag out. Then I looking inside the garbage can. I don't like to even see a little bit in it. Right? Sometimes even I don't see anything inside the garbage can, but I kind of smell it. It's funny, right? I kind of smell bad, or then I clean it. The wet, the towel. I clean it. So then I realize something when I do that. Even I don't like a little garbage. So no need to have garbage. Same thing is our mind. I don't want somebody's garbage in my life. I have enough garbage to clean. Why I take more, right? I call the garbage. Keep the garbage out, right? Don't try to live with the garbage. So others' garbage especially. Okay, good.
So just like because you said you lived and then taught in a couple different countries, is ego in the way it sneaks back in pretty universal across different cultures, or do you notice that like in America it's either more or different?
Yeah. So it is universal, but I can see it is here more. We have more here. So this is my country too. Let's talk about ourselves. It's okay, right? So I can say it is here more because I think it's cultural too. Culturally, we make it. That's what happening. So in Eastern countries, I'm not telling everybody is perfect. They are not, right? They are crazy sometimes. And so, but they, like a Buddhist country, they have a little bit that influence. They can think about, this is not right. This is the problem I have. So they have a little bit more tools. Now here, less tools. And also there are so many outside things creating more ego inside our mind. Competition, right? That competition in life, making more money, make material, live the quality life better than other people, and those big struggles. And so, but it is universal. It is a universal problem. Yeah.